This, the richest of all living communities, has been of enormous value to us. It's provided industry with rubber and tannins, craftsmen with hardwoods, and our larders with bananas and nuts, chewing gum and chocolate. Nearly a quarter of our drugs are based on wild animals and plants that live here, and still we have only investigated in detail the biochemistry of less than 1% of the rainforest's plants. And here too live some of the most beautiful and bizarre creatures to be found anywhere on the planet. These animals are the product of millions of years of evolution here in these forests. They can't live anywhere else. The numbers of each different species within a given area remains remarkably stable. But over the past few centuries, one species of animal outside the forest has suddenly started to increase in numbers in a way that is without parallel. In Southeast Asia, as in South America and Africa, thousands of extra people every year are seeking land on which to grow food for themselves and their children, and they take it from the forest. The labour is huge. After the trees have been felled and burnt, the people sow their crops, in this case, hill rice. After a month, it's as tall as this, and in only another 5 months, it will be ready to be harvested. And it will have been sustained by this, the ash from the burnt forest. But there are only enough nutrients in this to sustain one crop. So next year the people plant not rice, but this, cassava or tapioca as it's called here. This is a different kind of crop, a root crop, which gets its nutrients from deeper down in the soil. But even this can only produce for 1 year. After that, the seeds from the wild forest will come in and new plants will grow, producing a landscape like that. But they will have to grow for 8 to 10 years before they are big enough with enough bulk to allow them to be felled and produce enough ash and nutrients to refertilize the soil and allow the people to take a second crop. And the true forest, with all its original richness of animals and plants, will never be restored. And it's not only the local people who cut down the forest, so indirectly do the people of the developed world.